Hello and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering video on Arena. So I did this challenge and I didn't get back to it right away. So it took me 4 days. 4 days and I can have this deck here. As you can see, it's craftable. This is using untapped.gg, which whoever has untapped GG, this gets put into their database and continually adds. As you can see, 53,000. Now, mono red can be made a couple different ways, but this is how Untapped has it, and mono red's on a top 10 list all over the place. But let's look at the deck. So, taking a look at the deck on Arena, you have Burst Lightning. I put in Burst Lightning. The list had Shock. I like having the option of the kicker. So I did change Shock to Burst Lightning from the list that you just saw. Of course, Heartfire Hero, Hard Claw, Monastery Swift Spear, Monstrous Rage, which might be banned on Monday, you never know. Manifold Mouse, Lightning Strike, Emberheart Challenger, Screaming Nemesis, and Witch Stalker Frenzy. And then Rockface Village besides the mountains. So that was the deck that I got. 4 days. Took me 4 days as a new player. New free-to-play player. And as you saw, it was a 58% win rate. And it was in the Tier 1 list. It was number 2 deck. I understand this is not a best of 3. I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, that is not what he mentioned in his simulation. He was just doing the best of 1 using MTG Goldfish. I could be wrong on those. If I remember that incorrectly, please let me know. But this is one of the top 10 played decks, and I have it after day 4. I haven't played any games. I haven't been back at it. Um, yep. Okay. But I haven't been back at it. As you can see, I have all of my quests since then. So it took me 4 days. That's it. So you can have a tier 1 deck. Here it is. And I know a lot of people cringe at the mono red, but you know what? If you're a free to play player, mono red is the quickest you can get to, and this uses all of my cards as far as rares go. But I do have, of course, more uncommon and common than what's needed. And then as I continue to move through, I'll be able to make a sideboard for this fairly quickly. 59% win rate. I don't know why it says 58.8 here. And then Azorius. I don't get it. Okay, whatever. So, again, mono red, 4 days. If you want to do that, this is a good deck to play. Yeah, people cringe at it, do not like playing the mono red, but that's okay. But I now have another challenge. So in May, there are 2 qualifiers, best of 1 and best of 3. So now, I'm not going to make this deck. I could, but it would use all my cards. And I want to try to do qualifiers. And unfortunately, May and June, they're a month and a half apart. One is alchemy and one is historic. And if you look at the alchemy and historic, actually, hang on just a second. Let's go back. It's not letting me. There we go. If we go back into here and if we bring up alchemy, has a list of A, B, and D. I guess they don't think anybody belongs in C. Um, but you have rabbits, burn, mice, and Amalia in A. And then if you go to historic, you do have auras here, but they are all different cards except for some of the lands. And some of the lands are not used in alchemy. So that'd be two totally different decks. So I think I'm going to shoot for alchemy in May. Maybe work on a best of three. So I'm not really sure which I want to work on. This Boros deck kind of confuses me a little bit because it does not have any alchemy cards whatsoever. So I was a little weirded out by that. Um, Let's go back. Why did it change? Alchemy. Let's go to tier list. That's what I wanted. Orzhov Maya. It does have some alchemy cards. Sanguine Soothsayer. One that I looked at. Darn it, did it again. One that I looked at, I think was in this list. No? Alright. Orzhov Bats. Grave Expectations. I was looking through my set that I have, my cards that I have, and I was like, wow, this is a pretty cool card. But I can also make this. And it does have, like that has the golden sidekick. And it has the grave expectations. I didn't really see any other. Wow, that's kind of weird. Why would the lands be just the plains and the swamp? I guess they want to make sure they come in on time. Everything is a super low CMC. And I can make mono white life gain. I'm not a big fan of the Leonin Vanguard. I do like the authority of councils. So we'll be working on that. That is what I'm going to work on. We'll see how close we get as far as doing best of one versus best of three. The best of one is the first weekend in May, and the best of three is the second weekend in May. And that comes out to be the 2nd and the 9th. So the 9th would be best of three. So that would give us 7 weeks, I think was what I figured out. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I just wanted to give you an update that day 4, after day 4, I was able to make the mono red deck. So have a great day.